Okay, friends, right here, the Berrington twins are coming in to Susitna checkpoint right now. Here it is live. Go ahead and share the feed. This is it, real-time dog racing here in Alaska. Whoa. Look at this. There's a lot of steam around here. Who's this? Hey, it's Josh is in. All right, okay, we have a little change up in the order out there. Great job. Right on. Josh Snowhook in. See how he really makes sure that's in there, because this dog team is still fired up. When they get into the checkpoints, they do want to go. So we have Josh Robbins just came in, and then Josh also just came in, and then the Berringtons are coming in right now. So little action here at Susitna. The second wave of teams arriving right now. You're live. It's dark now. Another dog team right behind me. I'm going to turn around here soon. And let's see, there we go. This should be Kristi or Anna. We have headlamps and snow machines and helpers everywhere. So we'll swing back to the action here, where 2 dog teams have just come in and about 7 dog teams are resting. So welcome back. You're joining us here now in the dark of day 1, night 1. Willow 300, Susitna landing here. Our Army veteran Josh Robbins is in over here. There with the headlamp and the blue coats, putting all the coats on. And then here's our other Josh in now. And look at that. Looking great. Thanks for joining us. You're just here at Checkpoint Land with teams coming in. The run has been described as very good. The trail has been described as hard. Sunset here was gorgeous. Denali shining forth everywhere, not a cloud in the sky. So we're back here at Susitna Landing to give you some more soothing of your hearts for those of you who love checkpoints and miss checkpoints, who have been to checkpoints. They're just sweet places to be. Lots of little rhythms and rituals going on with dogs coming in and getting their nutrition, their rest on. What order do you do things in? Do you put the coats on first and then the straw? Do you put the straw then the coats? Do you do the booties and then the water, or the water then the booties? So many choices, and that's why it's important for rookies to be out here with veterans and all the folks getting their rhythm, getting their way of doing things, figuring out an order and a system, because that's what you repeat over time. The more and more tired you get on longer races, the more and more you start losing your mind. And if you've never been on a long distance, real long distance, like an Iditarod, you will start to see people lose their minds, and they're relying on rote training, discipline, muscle memory, because the sleep deprivation on the longer races especially gets super, super real. Okay, here we go. We got a dog team in.
Come on, hey, come on.
There we go. All right. Looks like that's one of the Berringtons. We certainly hope so. They're getting sorted out here, getting in the lanes. Look, hook down. Nice. We got a hook down, second hook down. Good. Kicked in. Kick those hooks. Hey, who do we have here? Who do we have here?
Hi.
Which team is this?
This is Trailbreaker Kennel, Kiana Korta.
This is Kiana. Oh my God. We do have Kiana in now. For you Trailbreaker fans back up north in the Fairbanks land, your lucky day here. Kiana's in.
Yep. Hey,
I think she was bib number 4 or 5 today, right? Bib 4 or 5?
Visit later.
Look at all that moisture. Look at that headlamp. Just moisture everywhere, folks. It's not snowing. That is just Alaska. That is how it looks when we talk about 100% humidity. We're talking about right now. That's what it looks like, just on a clear night. Moisture coming off of everything that's alive, everything that makes flame, every cooker, there's just moisture. And it's cold. It's below 0 for sure. And look at that, Kiana is fired up and looking great. We have Josh and Josh neighboring here, so 3 teams in, lots of action here. We got the Berringtons coming in any second now. Thanks for joining us, folks. Share the feed. Put it on a page where people need to learn about dogs and dog mushing and get it out there. There's Josh whipping out coats. He wants to get his dogs all coated up. before he puts the straw down so he doesn't get all the straw mixed up in the coats. Let's see what these guys, oh, okay, here we go. Here's one of the Berringtons. So we got more teams coming in. This is getting really good, folks. Share this feed. This is... All right, hook down. Hear that hook down? All right. One of the Seeing Double Sled Dog twins in the house and shaking off all the moisture on everything because everything is covered in moisture. And look at that sunroof. Holy moly. What a great scene here. We're standing at the back of the sled. Look at how long these dog teams are. There's so much going on. So many needs to take care of, and you can't just bail because it's cold. The mushers don't come in cold, though. They really do come in with this sort of crazy metabolism. Most of the time, you'll see them take their parka off because they're working on those runners. They're not just standing there getting cold. I mean, there is some of that going on when it's minus 50, but it's not minus 50 right now. It's like minus 10. So yes, it's cold. That's brutal. That sucks. That's not what it's like in Florida or most anywhere right now, but it's cold. But you still have this underlying metabolism that revs up and that sustains you. So a lot of mushers, you'll see they'll get their initial hook down and love into the dogs, and then they'll take off that big parka and they're just steaming out heat and making sure that they don't actually get too off balance with their moisture content because they don't want to freeze later, right? So it's a lot of management here. Dog need management, human need management, moisture management, nutrition management, time management. This is not for the faint of heart. All the support networks have to be alert, awake, ready. And look at that, they're already getting ready for the next Berrington to come in.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on out there.
So we're still traffic controlling here. So glad that you're joining us. Here comes the other team. Oh my God. What a fun time, folks. Just a sheer coordination. There's Dee Dee Jean Rowe helping out. She's got to make sure that everything's got eyes on everything because she's part of the boss crew here. Look at that. Another Berrington coming in. You can see with the red light. Love that.
All right, that's good, honey. That's good.
Further, Kristi.
Yeah.
A little bit further. 10 feet.
Bit more, guys.
10 more feet. That's a little command. So really professional dogs know the command a bit more. Yeah. There's that rough. And look at that. It's going to be snack time. And a hook down. So that hook's got to come out of the bag. You saw both twins do the exact same thing. They went to their sled. They knocked off the snow. They grabbed their hook. They went up and greeted their team. They hooked down the team. Critical basics here. Fundamentals. Don't forget the fundamentals. Don't assume a team is just going to rest where you leave them. Anything happens and that whole team's still got a lot of power and they can pick up and move. So moose could come tromping through. Wolves could start howling. Something could start going down. Got to have the team hooked down and secured. Number one. So there she is right now. She's going out to line out that lead dog team and then hook them down. Bam. Kick. Make sure that hook's in. There's 3 snow hooks now per team. 2 in the back, 1 in the front. Yeah. Look at all that moisture. It's just everywhere. So it's Kristi. We got Anna, Josh and Josh. What a great checkpoint. Look at all you guys. I know, you guys are so happy, huh? All the dogs are so happy. We got sleds coming in. We got to unclip this line and put them on that line. And every musher's got their own little rhythm for that. Because they still rest in the line, but not on all their lines. Only one of their lines. Yeah. All right, folks. It's really neat to think about all you all at home right now, because those of you who have been to sled dog races, this is so familiar and this soothes your soul just to see all these headlamps and know what's going on here, and that the dogs are parking for 4 to 6 hours and resting and going through the whole thing. And if you're new, you're kind of like, wow, what's going on here? I'm trying to make sense of all this. And you're making sense of, it's a long, slow process to care for 12 animals everywhere you're going. It's all these little clips and ties and bits and ropes and booties, and then every conversation matters, every interaction matters. That love. You're seeing it.
The vet's gonna say hi to you.
See, park is off. Dogs are looking at that. Are we getting snacked yet, or are we getting love? Okay, we're getting love, then a snack. All right, we like all this. And they do. We got the red lights up here. See the red lights? Those lead dogs are used to running with their red lights on. And there's Dr. Kristen. These are Kristi and Anna's dogs. Seeing double. These are some of our neighbors and our good friends. And Kristen's up from Pennsylvania, folks. She flew all the way up here, took time off from her job as an emergency vet to volunteer at the Willow 300. If you can believe, if you can believe the level of commitment, folks. Literally, somebody is house sitting her animals so she can be here freezing with all of us. But we live here, and this is home, and this is what we do. So it's a real sweet thing how these races bring people together and create a lot of experiences. Look at you guys. Look at you guys. We got booties coming off. Yeah, we're going to get a little massage while we get, oh, of course. Oh, it's so nice here. I think we're going to have the Northern Lights out soon. You guys are in.
We had a wonderful camp out in the sun.
Yeah. Tell us about, so the Berringtons did a little breaking up of the run, right? You camped
About 37 miles and then camped for like exactly an hour and a half. It was like the heat of the day.
So camping for 90 minutes.
Yeah. Just practice, and they all settled down real quick and ate a nice meal, and it was, yeah, great experience. We had a great time. Kept us fast coming in here too. They just look beautiful.
Yeah, they look great. And so these twins, they put on a lot of miles. They're not the faint of heart type weekend musher who goes out now and then. They are mushing constantly through the night, through storms, training, practicing, what have you. So they were doing a technique today where they did about an hour and a half camp out there in the heat of the run. And that will simulate kind of Iditarod type conditions where, these temperatures, depending on if you're on the Yukon or the coast, or God knows these days, they can get hot out there. And believe me, they get a lot hotter than you think. Even sunshine in the Arctic is warm. Dogs pick up a lot of heat just in the sun. So the year that we snow machined to Nome, the Yukon was considered to be slushy and overflow and warm, and it felt that way to us. So those of you who maybe have too many years under you can't remember back to when things were warm. But recently, things are warm, and you got to train dogs to deal with the heat just as much. You got to train them to deal with the cold. And God knows what's going to happen March 5th, 6th, when Iditarod starts. So we're going to have minus 20, we're going to have plus 40, we don't know. Dogs are built for the cold. Nothing's really built for the heat. Heat kind of sucks for everybody. It's too much. We'd much rather have the cold. Cold you can protect for. Heat just shuts everybody down. So let's see how it plays out here in a few weeks. But good philosophy by the Berringtons to train up and do the rest during the heat of the day. Train the dogs to take a little break to eat, to get their stomachs used to that. That sets them up for down the road here in just about 5 weeks, when most of these folks will be embarking on the 50th running of the Iditarod. A big challenge. We don't know what the conditions are going to be like. Next week's supposed to be back in the 30s here in Alaska. We're supposed to warm up above freezing again. That's not what we want. We want to stay cool like it is now. especially for Anchorage. You know, Anchorage has the Fur Rendezvous, which is an open class sprint mushing race, 25 miles, 3 days in a row. That needs to be good trail, good hard trail, good cold trail. So, I mean, I did or I can fake it on their opening day in Anchorage because it's only 10 miles, but and it's kind of just a parade of dogs. It's not really mean anything, just for kind of fun. But the the Fur Rendezvous, the big one downtown Anchorage, and then later the big one up in Fairbanks, the ONAC, those depend on real snow, covering streets and trails and things. So we're really praying for our sprint mushers. Look at that straw. Yeah, bring it on. Get that straw out there. That's my favorite. Straw them down. Yeah, Josh is in. Yeah, we have 2 Joshes in. Josh Robbins and the other Josh. Both Joshes, side by side, actually. And your trackers will tell you that. trackleaders.com/Willow. So remember, this is all GPS. You don't just wait for me to come on live because I'm just a human. I have responsibilities and dogs of my own and things to do. But you do follow trackleaders.com because they're attached to every sled, and that will tell you what's going on in the race at 1 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 8 in the morning. I am planning on being over at Sheep Creek. I do believe we're going to have a really nice Northern Lights tonight. I think we already have some starting off here on the side, so I've got to take care of my dogs here soon. Big shout out to Carrie and Rosie back at the Alaska Dog Center for having my back so I can be out here tonight while they do all the work. I appreciate that. Thank you guys back home. And yeah, we'll be seeing you here in a few hours at Sheep Creek Lodge. Nic Petit will be the first team out, followed by Hugh Neff. Those guys will race off into the night here at some point, 45 miles to Sheep Creek, and we hope to be there dark 30 to catch them. If not, we'll catch you for daylight when the other teams arrive. I appreciate all the shout outs and support. I certainly feel like it's a community that gets through this together. These conditions are, they're legit. It's cold. Yeah, get some of that. Get some of that. Get around that. There we go. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Isn't there more straw right there? We got straw coming everywhere from Trailbreaker Kennel. I love it. The more straw, the better. Look at that. What a nice group of dog people right here. Handlers, vets, mushers. These are the frontliners. And you guys are their support. So never doubt. Hunter's doing great. Came in, got his dogs right into kibble. Dry kibble right into water after that. He was moving quick through that too. Hunter had a lot of focus on getting out those white dishes, getting Inukshuk into water right off the bat. So, I always comment on the flow and rhythm of things. And that's what I saw with Hunter. I saw him really good, giddy up in the step. Now, granted, he does have Ramey and Barbara right there keeping an eye on their babies because the Redington dogs are, amazingly well supported and a lot of mentorship there, a lot of details. But it was pretty cool to see Hunter really be peppy getting in here. And the dogs are now resting. There's Josh right there getting his straw ready. And Josh Robbins over there with his blue coats and his straw's already down. Yeah, you bet, folks. I'm definitely honored to be part of your little world, and you're hopefully grateful to be part of mine. It's what keeps it all going, right? And everybody's got their lives wherever you're doing, but this is special. These are special moments. They don't happen very often. We're celebrating community and winter and traditions and challenges. This isn't some vacation. It's downright freezing out here. You got to stay hydrated and you got to stay focused and can't just bonk out here because all these canines are depending on you and your family's worried about you and your loved ones thinking you're crazy. And so I imagine the pressure the mushers feel. They want to do the best they can for the dogs, and they know they got to take care of themselves, but they're going to always put the dogs first. So that's a whole other element that you're not really seeing, is what's going on inside the musher's mind. You're seeing the actions, you're seeing these basically acts of devotion and love right here, all this sustenance, but inside their mind is, oh man, maybe they really need to go to the bathroom, for example. Or they're worried about that loved one they didn't let know everything was going to be okay when they were racing, or they're worried about, whatever it is, a cough or a cold. A lot of these folks are just tough as it gets. So keep them in your prayers tonight. While you're resting, they'll be out here checking on their dogs and worrying about when they should be pushing off into the night. They'll be talking to veterinarians about if they have challenges they got to work with. They'll be maybe putting on some wrist wraps on some dogs and some liniments, oils. Try to get some muscles loosened up or ligaments loosened up, or so. Yeah, Aaron's one of our legendary handlers who just put a nice comment out there. I know, brother, you got to pay the bills and you can't be here, but we're trying to bring you right to the front. And look at that, another team coming in. So let's get this team in and then see where they end up. The 150 mushers are starting to come in. They're going to go to the right of the whole system. So if you're looking at the headlamp right there, that's a snow machine coming at us. Lookers left is where they're going to be heading up the hill there. They're right when they're coming in, approaching us. So the 150 mushers will be, some of them anyway, will be over to the right in a different parking area. Camping area is what we call it. So I won't be able to necessarily rush over there if they don't come right to this zone. This zone stretches from way over here, team number 1, Nic Petit, in the dark, all the way over to way over there. That's all the 300 teams that are in so far. And then the 150 teams are starting to come, and they're going to go to a different area. So you can hear them out there. That's super cool. Nick's team's in first place right now, and that's kind of his standard when he's running these local races. If he enters and he gets going, Copper Basin, he didn't really get going. We got to hang out a lot. His truck was all froze up, and it really was. It was below town and another like 100 feet below town. It was definitely minus 50, 60. But he's in first place right now. But remember, these 3-day races. Let's look at more like how things look tomorrow afternoon. And right now, your main hope in your mind and heart, hopefully, is, hey, do they have a good couple initial runs out of the gate here, and the dogs feel good and get settled in a nice rhythm? Because that's the exciting part, is when a dog team's really enjoying every bit of this and in a good rhythm, and then the miles just come. They'll put it together and end up where they end up. That little light over there is guiding a team off, I believe, to their right. Let's see. In the meantime, we'll give you the Berringtons in the foreground here, so you can watch them bedding down the dogs. The background is a team coming in. Oh, they're coming this way. Yes! All right, we got a team coming. Where are they gonna park? Look at that! All right, pile them in. Okay, somebody just jumped off the sled. Hey, there's a bale right there. How about this one? Wouldn't that be convenient? Wouldn't that be convenient if they happen to bring this team right here?
Come on, guys.
All right, dreams do come true, folks.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, guys, come on, guys, come on, guys. Over here.
Look at that.
Guys, right there.
Okay, that's Karin in. There we go. We got some waggy happy dogs here, huh? We got some waggy happy dogs here. There's Jim helping out. We got a pile of dogs everywhere. Tons of power here. Yeah. There we go. They're getting the front sorted out there. There we go. Remember, always that musher's going to come out with that hook and get that main team hooked down. That's what's going on there with Karin. All right, Snow Machiners, thank you for all your volunteer efforts. You guys are awesome, bringing those machines, helping the teams get in here, helping them get lined out. All right. There you go. So Karin Hendrickson's just into the checkpoint. If you're just joining us, hours ago we had Nic Petit and Hugh Neff come in 1 and 2. We'll be keeping an eye on when they leave out of here. And definitely the goal is to bring you right here, folks. And again, if you like this feed or any time that I'm out here, really I can't do it without my business partner and team back in Willow running the show. So we're trying to open a cafe here in a couple weeks. It's not exactly the time that the owner guy takes a lot of time off, but Carrie and Rosie are so tough that they said, get out there, get the camera on. And I appreciate that. They're working their tails off right now, getting the menu built for the Trailside Cafe that'll be opening in our front yard here in Willow in a couple weeks. Musher friendly. It's gonna be actually really fun. Yeah, guys, you snacking? Are we snacking? We're so snacking. And there you go. You've seen 4 or 5 teams here in a row where musher comes out, hooks down the main team, gets a snack right off the bat, right? 11 snack, and then, oh yeah, get that, Wheel Dogs. Does that look good? Good in there. Does that look good? Each one. That's right. Usually a nice piece of frozen salmon or a slice of high-pro beef or something delicious, and this is what dogs get used to. So, oh boy, I think the camera's starting to freeze up here. Yep, starting to freeze up a little bit here, folks. I'm going to go ahead and sign it off and get this warmed up. You'll see my teeth there. I don't have a whole lot of headlamp on at these night shifts because I like to not be blinding the dogs for your sake. Taking it more naturally, right? So you got all the natural headlamps back there. Love you guys. And the Trailside opens right in front of the Alaska Dog Center at mile 7-3. That's on the way to Talkeetna. And in a couple weeks, full menu. Be drive-through only, super good. We'll see you soon. Love you guys.